Ava has reasonable suspicion that the man she married may be gay. Comment some advice for her as I tell you her story. Ava says she's having a really difficult time with this. She's starting to realize her husband is gay for several reasons, including other men texting him. She's sure she's seen a picture of his body on gay dating apps. The account also had his first name and his last name. She recently went on a trip by herself and she says she prays to God that he did not have a man in their home. But she says she wouldn't put it past the man. It makes her sick to her stomach just thinking about it. And she says, to be clear, that gay people do not make her sick, but it's the thought of a man doing things to another man and then turning around and doing the same things to her that makes her sick to her stomach. Literally makes her nauseous at just the thought. And the fact that it might actually be happening to her is just making her upset. She sees the proof, but he never admits it. She says he's too full of self-hate. He's a real masculine man when he's around other men, but behind closed doors, he rarely even looks at his wife. He doesn't even look at her. It's like she's non-existent or something. She's attractive in a way that most men notice. Other men approach her constantly. It happens all the time. Now, she says she don't think she's the most beautiful woman in the world, but her husband definitely don't think she's the most beautiful. She says, why is it that random men in the world can tell her how beautiful she is, but the one person that she actually wants to hear it from acts like he's not even attracted to her? She says it's because he's gay, that's how. It's been in her face for a while now, but she let him convince her over and over again that it's not true. She gave this man her heart, her body, and her soul, and he never even wanted it. He abused it, using it as a decoy to hide his true self. And she says that's how little of a mother, wife, woman, and human being he thinks of her. Nothing at all. Meanwhile, he means the world to her. How does she stop from wanting to hurt him? Not physically, but in every other way. How does she stop herself from burning everything to the ground, metaphorically, in a way that makes it impossible for her to move on financially and emotionally? How does she stop the chaos of the vomit storm that he's created in her mind and gut? She literally feels like a gutted fish and she's sad. Her whole life has been a lie. They've been together pretty much her entire adult life, and this whole time he's truly been gay, which in her eyes is the ultimate betrayal. He's been cheating and she's sure of it. A gay guy even messaged him saying, hey stud, we're still on for this weekend, and he tried gaslighting her, saying that it wasn't even like that. And if he's been cheating on her, which she says she's sure he is, then that means that he's possibly been putting her health at risk. She says, how do I take back what he stole from me? I can never get my time back. He can never heal the broken heart he's gave me, and he cannot undo the damage that he's done. He's sick and I hate him with my whole heart. She confronted him multiple times and he did get physically violent. He even gave her a concussion once from headbutting her, and to this day he still says that she deserved it. She says, how do I leave? We set everything up for him to make most of the money. I have no family to run to, and when I tell him to leave, he calls me a bum and tells me that this is his house. She works, just not as much as him, because they have an autistic 3-year-old and she has to stay home most of the time to take care of him. I'm doing what I can to make it work for this family, but that's never enough either. I'm just realizing as I'm typing this that this treatment comes from me not being enough, and I never will be enough because I wasn't what he wanted in the first place. Now she is looking for advice from me and you, so comment some advice for her in the comments. First, you need to put him in jail. There's never an excuse for a man to get violent with his woman over an argument. I could see maybe if you was punching him in his face a couple times and he was trying to remove himself, but if it wasn't nothing like that and he just straight up hit you and headbutting you, he belongs in jail. I'm not sure why you haven't called the police. I don't know if you're scared or whatever, but there's no reason to be scared putting him behind bars. There's no reason for this man to be constantly hitting you because of his insecurities, because he's gay and he's trying to hide it. What you need to do is you need to set up cameras. I don't know, you need to buy cameras, put them in all rooms of the houses, but don't tell him, and the next time he hits you, you have physical evidence of it, and you can use that in court and build a solid case, and that way he going to jail for a while because it's solid evidence. But I do want you to know you're seeking out for revenge, because I understand your heart is hurt, but 2 wrongs never make a right. I understand he's doing you wrong. Clearly he's gay, and clearly he's wasted your time, but 2 wrongs do not make a right. You don't have to hurt him because he hurt you. That's something you let God handle. Karma is real, and best believe his punishment will come. When? We'll never know. Next week, next month, next year, maybe his death. You never know, but his punishment will come. What goes around comes around, and that is very true. Karma is real. You cannot go around hurting people, because best believe it'll come back on you real quick. Now, as far as the job situation, your kid is only 3, so you might have to wait until they start kindergarten or 1st grade. That way they consistently in school. That way you can pick up more hours while they at school, and you can get some money, and you can get out of his house. Since he claims it's his house, even though y'all married and everything's supposed to be we and not I, but since he claims it's his house, save some money, move, apartment, but wherever you go, make sure you take your son with you, and make sure you don't let him know where you at. File for divorce, child support, and y'all can do the meetups at the police station if you don't feel comfortable with him knowing where you live. But he should be in jail anyway because he put his hand on women for absolutely no reason. He's obviously gay. He's on gay dating apps, gay dating websites. He has gay men texting him. He seems not to be attracted to you or women in general. That's obviously he is gay, but he's not going to admit it to you just because, I don't know, I guess he's one of those ones that just don't want to admit it. He probably thought he was bi. That's why the relationship got this far along, because maybe he did have feelings for you, but the more he got into the relationship, the less interested he got in you, and the more interested he got in men, and now he's at the point to where he's probably just straight up gay now. I understand he took time away from you, and you're looking for revenge to try to get that time back, but I gotta tell you, once time is gone, you can never get it back. Your time was definitely wasted for the last couple of years. It was wasted, and there's no way I can make you feel better about that. It's just the honest answer. He wasted your time. The only thing now is you're wasting your own time now by not leaving him. I understand there are certain situations you could divorce him, you could put him on child support, you might even be able to get the house. Like I said, if he's hitting you, if he's still hitting you, put cameras in the house, but don't tell him about it. And once you get it on camera, get a lawyer, start building a solid case, put him behind bars, divorce him, child support, start trying to work more. And that may take time because I know you got the kids, so you might have to wait till he get in school. But it's time to do something because this ain't working. Eventually, everything is going to go back to normal. Everything is going to be okay. There's another man for you that's going to treat you correctly, how you're supposed to be treated. You just got to weather this storm. You got to deal with this. And by dealing with this, I mean stop dealing with this. Stop dealing with him. Divorce him. Put him in jail. Get evidence so you can build a solid case. Put him on child support. Divorce him. Get an apartment. You don't even need a big house. It's just you and your son. It's not like you have a big family. You only have one kid. So all you need is an apartment. That's the advice I have for you. I'm sure there's some more advice in the comments, hopefully. So everything is going to be okay. God loves you. I'm out.